What better way to start off the afternoon than with some football, huh? It's time to get things started here on the NFL on EA Sports. Straight ahead, it's an AFC intra-conference contest between the Buffalo Bills and the New York Jets. Nick Folk ready to do the honors. And away we go from East Rutherford. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Here's Wangu. I'd say the defense will take this today. They're across the line, handing them a loss. First play of the game. That's a nice quick correction for this front row. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Gave away a couple on the first down run. Now it's going to be 2nd and 12. Throwing from the pistol, Richardson. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. Running next, this is Wangu. And he's able to get it past midfield and down into the Jets side. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
The Jets take their first time out. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. Offense still line. This is 2nd and 4. Here's Wangu on the carry. And that 2nd down run is only going to manage a yard.
Hey, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Shotgun snap now to Richardson. Completed to his running back. And they get this about roughly to the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
Every time I see one of those angle routes, I think back to my day one install. Rookie minicamp in the NFL. Texas, angle route. 49ers of the 80s, they were making hay with it then, and the running back's still doing it to this day.
Now Wangu. He'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4.
You know, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. It doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage, B, it sets up your play action, and C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. The give here, it's Wangu. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short 3rd down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10. They give it to him again. He stuck with him, but this one heads the wrong way. He winds up losing yards. And that right there, an early look at somebody who might just be the impact player in this ball game.
Yeah, there's no question this strong safety loves to come downhill. Now, as an offense, you've got to adjust. You've got to throw over the top if he's willing to be that aggressive.
Caught along the left sideline, but he did not get both feet in. That's incomplete. Brings up 3rd down.
Even the best of them could be hurried into a throw before they're ready, and that pressure just messed up all the timing, the rhythm, and the clock of the quarterback.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Here he goes, 3rd and long. It's his running back. And they're going to have 1st and goal as he gets this down to the 4.
Just excellent effort on that catch and a lightning-quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
From the red zone now. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills finish up an excellent opening series. Quite the drive they put together to begin this game. What stood out to us, how quickly they were operating. They got a lot of plays in a small amount of time on the way to that touchdown.
What do you mean? We feel that tempo in the booth?
Yep, certainly do.
Kept those guys guessing defensively and on their toes. Not quite sure what was coming next. And it will be that same strategy they employ, I'm going to guess so, until that defense proves they can stop it.
The Bills kickoff team out there now as they'll send this away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. Nice field position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10. Trying the right side. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
Well, that's just about textbook defense and how to shut down an RPO. The coverage was tight, the numbers were up, and then the bodies were there to stuff that run before it could get going.
2nd and 10. Need something positive here. Lawrence, a quick throw out wide. And just gets back to the line of scrimmage.
It was as if the defense knew what play was coming. That was a play they knew they could defend, and boy, did they ever, stopping it right at the line of scrimmage.
This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. To the air on 3rd and long. Finds him over the middle. He's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Looking up towards the dome. Can't bring it in clean. And he's hit before he can get anything on that return. So march it forward after they accept the penalty. A chance to get off the field goes by the wayside. The defensive penalty keeps him out there. Starting this drive with a design run. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
And this will only complicate matters for third down, partner. They're sent backwards. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you called 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. 3rd and long. They're going to throw. Pass is brought in by Laporta. And he's going to take this down to the 31 before he gets taken down. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down. No doubt they'll take a repeat of how this game began, Brock, and that play has them on their way towards it.
Scripting for success. They'll keep pressing the advantage, too, until some resistance has got to finally appear.
New set of downs for them from the 31. On first down, they'll run. And there's the stop after he drives this down to the 13. Give him an 18-yard pickup there. And the Bills have a first down.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Looking for Sam Laporta with that one. So it's second down coming up. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talked about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact. You couldn't do it. Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Play number 7 on this drive, and they need 7 here on third down. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. 1 yard on the play, and now they've got 4th down and 6.
Christian Benford on the stop. A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
Here comes the field goal unit now for the Bills. This only a chip shot from the right hash. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And their special teams converts to get them something out of that possession.
2 drives and both of them ending in points. You don't even mind you only got a field goal there, Kate. They got to be ecstatic, exactly the way they wanted to start this one.
And he won't opt to bring this one out. Just content to keep it there in the end zone. They'll start their drive at the 35. Nice field position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10. One drawn up here for Lawrence. And he is stopped with authority there, but that stop came later than they'd like as he gets a good bit and that first down. So we're through 1 quarter of this AFC East contest. It's an early lead for the Bills. We'll get back to East Rutherford after this. Time for the 2nd quarter of play. It's Jets football. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
The tackle made just shy
Sometimes
of
you just
midfield.
feel like in the
1 yard
background of every
gain.
ho-hum
Brings
run is
up
a bigger
2nd
play.
and 9.
It just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer. Find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
Now Lawrence. That's him on the in route. And he takes it past midfield and starts the drive into Bill's territory.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
Here they go, getting set for 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. They're holding strong here. The defense gets him at the line. That's going to bring up 4th down. So the run goes backwards. What do you think, Brock? Is it time that they start getting a little more aggressive, take some more risks offensively?
Not in my book. You've not earned that right. I think a lot of play callers feel that same way, too. I mean, you get to earn the right to be aggressive and take shots when you can do the basics, like, I don't know, run for a positive gain.
On 4th down and 5, the offense staying out there. They're going to try to throw for it. Has him on the quick hitter. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. Look at that, no worry at all from their sideline, Brock. A 13-yard pickup on 4th down. That was impressive.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
So they'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34. Saw the draw up, and he pays the price. He's headed the wrong direction, backs him up for 2nd down.
As a play caller, Kate, I would always be a little cautious of a 1st down draw. I like it better when that defense is anticipating pass. Well, they were only anticipating getting the backfield and making that running back feel the pain.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Lawrence working from the gun. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. Well, he's been perfect to that point on the drive, Brock. First time we've seen this coverage force him into a misstep in a while.
I know you hear me talk all the time, Kate, about the rhythm of an offense, right? And I look at it through those optics so much. But it's the same thing defensively. You've got to get a stop, see the ball hit the ground to knock them out of that rhythm.
Third and long for him here. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that'll bring it back to within a score. The lead 7.
The wind was at a sails, Kate, and it certainly helped that football fly true and right down the middle. And from that distance, to hit with that accuracy is one impressive shot.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up 1st and 10. Right up the gut. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Back-to-back carries here. Nothing doing on the draw block. That's going to send him backwards ahead of 3rd down. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Exactly 2 minutes to play in half number 1. Stay with us. More of the NFL on EA Sports coming up. Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. They'll throw 3rd and long. He has the first over the middle. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. A pickup of 17. And that's good for a Buffalo first.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Football's on the 48. Here we go. 1st down. Here's the lone back on the handoff. Keeps on moving into the red zone. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills grow their lead just before halftime.
Kate, that's just simply the difference-making edge that these elite running backs bring to you. A lot of backs can get you 10 yards, 20 yards. But the elite backs, they could take it to the house.
Looking to tack on the point after. His kick is good, for the moment at least, as we've got a flag down on the field. I think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker. So they got him for roughing the kicker. They're going to put that penalty yardage on the spot of the ensuing kickoff. The Bills kickoff team out there now as they'll send this away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. Nice field position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10. Lawrence here to zone keep it. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
That's the kind of yardage it's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, Lawrence. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete.
The lack of points and the lack of yards have just gone hand in hand here in the first half, and they both really trace back to the same root cause, an inability to consistently find and exploit any opening and what's been a very sound defensive game plan.
Short pass brought in. And in a blink, they are off to midfield before somebody manages to stop him. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it's good for a New York first down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Timeout taken by New York. That's its second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Lawrence. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far. It's not met the standard they set for themselves.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10. Alone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. Ran into a wall that time. A couple of guys able to hold him right at the line of scrimmage, so 3rd down now. The Bills are going to go ahead and call their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. 3rd down, line to gain 9 yards out. Into traffic, complete. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. Timeout called by the Jets. That's their final one.
1st and 10.
And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. So fresh set of downs now from the 39. 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Throw right side, cut by Wilson. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. Offense in the hurry up here.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Final throw before the break. He's going to let this fly towards the end zone. And they will not connect. Took his shot there to end the half, but no dice. That's going to take us to the break. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. The Bills kickoff team out there now as they'll send this away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. Nice field position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run here from the gun. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against them. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
That's completed out to the right. And he gets back to the line, but no more.
You call that receiver screen, and every once in a while that wide receiver, he's got to be his own blocker. He's got to make the first guy or two miss. That didn't happen. Play goes nowhere.
They read that screen perfectly. Interception. Dorian Williams makes the play. And he's going to bring this back for the pick 6 and a Buffalo touchdown.
Touchdown, Bills.
Thrown at the depth where linebackers come into play in coverage, partner. And sure enough, one of them jumps it and takes it to the house.
You say that. You know what I think about? I think about the depth finder on my fishing boat. You're absolutely right. This is where these linebackers love to lurk. You could do some serious damage.
That one right down the middle. And the Bills stretch their lead to 21.
Jets 3.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick six. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. Nice field position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. And they hit him along the sideline there. Pickup of 9, so 2nd and 1 upcoming.
Out of bounds at the 44
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Just a yard left to go on 2nd down. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Yikes. As that pass falls to the ground, Kate, you kind of just sense their desperation, just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down. Quickly looking left, and it's complete. And what a play. They never gave him a shot to get that single yard. He's going to lose some yardage. 4th down coming up.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Design run for Lawrence. And he stops. The call to go for it from their own side backfires on him with a turnover on downs. And that's some great field position.
Hey, 4th down, I get it. You want the ball with your biggest playmaker. And a lot of offenses, that's quarterback. They trusted him to run for it, but the defense locked it down.
First and 10 from the 43. Dive play straight ahead. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down. New set of downs for him from the 31.
A gain of 13 yards.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Christian Benford up to make that stop.
You know, Kate, it's plays like that. It's just kind of the meat and potatoes. Not going to make any highlight reel, but just the positive, efficient plays on the ground. You need to keep plays and drives alive.
And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. Give him 8 yards on the play. And the Bills have a 1st down.
That's good for a Bills 1st down.
Another carry for him. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
Taken down at the 14-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Wangu. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. You can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
Brought down at the 13-yard line. A 1-yard gain brings up 3rd and 6.
Third and 6 for them to figure out now. Air it out on 3rd. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Space on the right. He's got room. Into the red zone. And this is going to be a New York touchdown. It's a pick for 6. pick six, you get a pick six. These defenses, Brock, wow, they have competed. Seeing who ends up with the best highlight of the game, huh?
Highlight? You're going to call a pick six and multiple? Highlight, Kate?
No, even if it's your defense doing it, come on, B-Rock.
No highlight for a quarterback.
Kicking unit comes out for the extra point. And they just lost track of the play clock entirely there as that backs up this extra point. Can't get the play off in time, and I'm going to wager the call's going to come in much quicker, Brock, for this next snap. They'll get another chance to knock the extra point through. Extra distance, no problem for him as his kick is good.
Makes the score Bills 24, Jets 10.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. On the return, here comes Kene Wangu. They get to him before he can amount to much, just beyond that 15-yard line.
Bills take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
All right, Bills to the line now. First and 10. And he fakes the spike. And they aren't fooled by that fake spike. They kept charging and got there to take him down. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for second down.
Wow, it has been such a good day offensively for the guys up front. That's actually the first sack by this defense. And now comes the real question mark. Will it lead to more? Or will this offense learn a lesson and get back to the rhythm they've been in protecting it?
And he's going to manage a low yard on that drive up the gut. Wrapped up on that play by big Quinnen Williams.
That's a gain of 2. Brings up third and 12.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's third and 12. Throw here, third down. Has a man downfield. It's Laporta. And they're going to be set up with a first down after a nice gain there as he's down by contact.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On third down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. And man, did he make an impact play.
They've got first down here from the 36. Running next, this is Wangu. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
Four yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Here's Wangu on the carry. No luck there. Ran that one right into traffic and went nowhere as a result. It's going to be third down.
Absolutely no fear in his game. Even one of the smaller defenders out there, he isn't afraid to go charging into all those linemen and dish out some physical play himself to make that stop.
They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6. Well-designed run. Here's Richardson. And they have this one well contained. There's the stop for a loss now. 4th down coming up. That one felt kind of counterintuitive there, Brock. They load up the line with that extra blocking, and then the run goes out to the edge anyway.
That's right. You put 2 tight ends on the field, yeah, you can live with a stalemate. It's hard to move people in the NFL, but you do not want to go backwards.
The Bills with a punt team out there. And he wasn't needed at all in the first half, partner. This is going to be his first punt. And hey, we see him under the football. They will get nothing on that return.
At their own 29-yard line.
Jets getting ready for this 1st and 10. Lawrence to throw it. Completed over the middle. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
Yeah, these in-cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
Fall forward, and I think you've got this 1st down, Brock. It's 2nd and inches. Here's Lawrence to throw. That's complete to Wilson. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
A gain of 10 yards. And the Jets, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
A touchdown aside in that frame as we run out of time in the 3rd quarter. The Jets have it, but some work to do in the final frame. They're trailing. Football's on the 48. Here we go. 1st down. One drawn up here for Lawrence. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. It's a solid 70-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Lawrence here, design keeper. And this is headed the wrong way. They're going to lose yards here. It's going to bring up 3rd down.
QB runs can be some of the most difficult plays for these defenses, but not for the defense right there. Did their homework, and they get an A+ for how they defended that play.
3rd down, Lawrence to throw. Out line, it's Thomas. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. A big play, and that's him 17 yards.
17 yards.
And that's good for a Jets 1st down.
Good for a Jets 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Lawrence throwing here. Nice run across the 15. And he will take this across. Touchdown, New York. The Jets now within 1 score in the 4th. Brian Thomas Jr., the touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
That one splits the uprights. And the Jets cut the lead in half. It's down to 7.
Jets 17.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. This will end up as a touchback.
The Bills take over 1st and 10. at their own 35-yard line.
All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up 1st and 10. Now Wangu breaks the tackle. He's got space ahead. So call it a half dozen on that run block. It's 2nd down.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
First down run gets him 6, so now it is 2nd and 4. A give here, it's Wangu. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps these drive moving.
Every offense in this league is looking for a back who can be an athlete and a bruiser at the same time. You feel lucky if you got one. Someone who can, well, eat up space when the lanes are open and deliver a little punishment to stretch plays when that tackler tries to meet him in the hole.
Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10. Back to the well again. And he's brought down after a tremendous effort just to get a couple of yards. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. They motion Tucker over left. They give it to him again. And he's going to have this one down to the 37. They gain 11 on that play. And that's good for a Buffalo first.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
We've set it down from 37. First down, and they go right back to it. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Lone back gets the handoff. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. The Bills go up by 2 scores, 13 points in the 4th. He broke the tackle he needed to, Brock. And how about that effort then to keep it going and eventually reach that end zone?
Yeah, that's awesome on the offensive side. Defensively, not every missed tackle is the same. It may be on a stat sheet, but sometimes that help to finish a play isn't arriving quick enough, and you're the only one. The last line of defense. And in that moment, you got to scratch, you got to claw, you got to tear to make the stop. There's a broken tackle, it can mean a touchdown.
17.
The Bills kickoff team out there now as they'll send this away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Nice field position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10. Now it's Lawrence. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. Brian Thomas Jr., his intended target. And we'll see what they do here on second down.
Leads to 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. And he is hauled down right at that midfield stripe. He picks up 15 on the play. And it's good for a New York first down.
And the Jets.
I'll be honest with you, Kate. As you grow and develop as a quarterback, your arm gets stronger. These comebacks can be one of your favorite throws in your arsenal. Because if you trust yourself and you throw it before that defender breaks, you know there's yards to be had on the perimeter.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Lawrence looking to throw. Completes another one to Thomas. And he fights his way down to the 35 before the defense can get him out. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And that's good for a Jets first down.
So critical, Kate, on those receiver screens to get that ball out with great precision. You don't want that receiver thinking about anything but navigating the blocks in front of him. That's well done by everybody.
They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning left for them. We've got 1st and 10. Throwing again. Here's Lawrence. Finds him over the middle. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
How's your block shedding out there, boys? Because they need to get through some blocks to hang that screen up quickly. And they were Johnny on the spot.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Back to the air, Lawrence. So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from New York. Jets losing by 14. So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down. Throwing now. Can't convert on 3rd. That's to the ground and incomplete. Trying to find his tight end. And that brings up 4th and long.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? Well, they chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Desperation time here on 4th. On the quick slant here, it's Higgins. And he's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. How about 19 yards on 4th down, partner? And the call to go for it pays off. Down a couple of scores, but still some time left and 3 timeouts as well. It's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And it's another 1st down on this drive. Man, this time they're in a 1st and goal.
Danger, King. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
4 downs to get this across. Here's 1st and goal. And they keep him out of the end zone. Can't even get beyond the line. Touchdown denied. The Jets take their first time out. Another chance at 6. It's 2nd and goal. Lawrence working from the gun. And this is cut for a score, and we are not done here yet. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate.
Yeah.
You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. But what makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
That one right down the middle. And the Jets chop the lead in half. It's down to 7.
Jets 24.
We're down inside the final 90 seconds as they line up for the all-important onside kick. And the Bills are able to secure this kick. Ooh, can't get it back on the onside kick. Can still get a final chance with a quick 3-and-out, though, albeit not with a lot of time for them left to work with.
Yeah, Kate, unless they can force a miracle turnover, and we've seen that before, a 3-and-out is really the only avenue remaining. Defense, go buckle it up.
All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up 1st and 10. Give now to the running back. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
First down run, nabs him 5. Now 2nd and 5. Sending him on the dive. He'll try ahead for a few. It's 3rd down. Timeout taken by New York. That's its 2nd. And they'll have just 1 left to burn now.
Gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 2.
3rd and just 2 to go. It's a designed run for Richardson. Up to the races, middle of the field. And that should just about do it, folks. They take it in for the touchdown, and that should lock up this win.
Touchdown, Bills.
So that should be the one that does it, Brock. A big one late that puts them up here 2 scores.
What a complete performance overall. The clock where it is and where it stands right now, Kate, that should be the capper. And that is so satisfying as an offense to go up 2 scores.
That one splits the uprights. And the Bills double their lead to 14. The Bills kickoff team out there now as they'll send this away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. Nice field position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10. Now Lawrence trying to push deep downfield. And they can't connect on the deep low. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down. Well, he already has himself 1 interception in this game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse, can sprinkle into your passing game, because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when 1 pick becomes 2, 2 becomes 3, and on and on.
Lawrence again here, 2nd and 10. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
To throw. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. And the Bills are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 42-yard line.
excellent field position for the Bills as they set up 1st and 10. There's a dive up the middle. And he's out the clear. Hits the 20. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills making a 3-score game in the 4th. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
They'll try this extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bills stretch their lead to 21.
45. Jets 24.
The Bills kickoff team out there now as they'll send this away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
Nice field position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10. Design run for Lawrence. And he manages 6 yards to begin this one as he got 2nd and 4. Timeout called by the Jets. That's their final one.
It's a gain of 7.
And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least.
At the 42. Yep.
Run may not have gotten you a first, but sure, a nice little run to set the table.
Second and 3 now. Drawing up the design keeper. And they'll start some work to do now on 3rd down as he only manages to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Hey, up the middle, it'll be pretty tough for this safety to make a play through all the traffic. You want to range outside? You want to get into his domain? You better be careful because this strong safety will put you on the back.
And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. So the Bills fight their way to a win on the road. And they take the first skirmish with their division rivals with a chance at a sweep awaiting them later in the year in their building. So for Brock Heward, everyone here on our great crew, I'm Kate Scott, and this has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Bills as we say so long from New York.